Hello there, Miles Lundy here with you. And I've got a lovely train crossing going at the moment, so I might be here for a while. Probably the most pressing thing on my mind is the fact that I've had, in the last 24 hours, I've had a lot of opportunities for new sales, new personal training clients, and I've had 4 people say no to me for personal training in the last 24 hours. Sit down consults, hour long, so that's 4 hours I've spent with them. Say no in these hour long consults. Say no to personal training, and I've had 2 on top of that, which were today no show / unwell, canceled, rescheduled, whatever. And then I had 1 person actually sign up for training for a significant amount, which is good. And we should be able to get this guy some really decent results, really great results actually, because he'll be doing hour sessions with me. And it's just the ups and downs of it all. And you just it's a roller coaster ride, and you just gotta take it as it comes and avoid getting too up or too down. In these things, you just gotta play the game and say, well, it's gonna take some time, and as long as you're kind of hitting roughly your numbers every week that you want to hit. I had a pretty significant goal I wanted to achieve this week because I thought it'd be good. Look, I'll probably still do decently this week, but it's definitely not going to be as good as I thought it was going to be. And it's just the ups and downs as it goes, and as it goes with life as well. Obviously, it's the same thing. Trying to avoid. Still enjoying your time and still enjoying, when things go well. But when things don't go as well, I think 2 ways to look at it. I think the old me would have thought, wow, God, that's really, 4 people. And it was like 4 for 4 at the time as well, until I had 1 yes and then 2 not show up. So I had 4 in a row, all saying no. So it can be a bit deflating. But the old me would have said, well, I would have been pretty bummed out about that for a little while, I think. But now I just kind of get on with it, because the way I think about it is a long-term approach as well. Railroad crossing, and today the phone didn't fall. Improvement. Incremental improvement. The way I would have looked at it was, well, they're gone forever, I'm never going to see them, but, it's a small world, it's a small place, and I've got email addresses I get, and Facebook group, and all the social media stuff I try to link to the clients as well, and so you never know with the opportunities in the future with these clients to help them out, and literally, if it's only they stay on my email, kind of newsletter list, and get my updates, and benefit from that, with never paying me a single dollar for personal training, or any kind of consulting, any kind of health consulting, then it's still good. It's still reach. It's still helping people. Just, you're not gonna get everyone, and different personalities suit different types. So that's the way I think about it now. The old me would have been, granted, this was a while ago, when email newsletters, we're still, newsletters were a thing back then, but not many people were doing it, and now it's more of a thing. So anyways, I would have not, and social media certainly wasn't even in existence back 2004 to 2007. Wasn't really in existence. So, there's a lot more opportunity to keep them on, keep them engaged, provide them value, because at the end of the day, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to make, millions of dollars here through this business. I am trying to affect change. Impact over income is the model. And if I provide enough impact at the right level, then I'll get the income that goes along with it. And that'll happen. And I'm only at week 6, maybe I'm week 7 now, something like that, of being back as a trainer. So, and I'm doing pretty well. Nearing the 20 session mark for the week. I think I'm at 17, something like that, which is a pretty good rate. So I'm trying to average 3 a week. Trying to average 3 new, pick up, 3 new clients a week, but also maintain the existing client base as well. So, nurturing my existing clients and giving them great value. I know there's more work to be done on that. And it's that whole, doing more with what you've got before you worry about adding on new people. Well, I've got to do a combination of both, is the reality. And it's probably, I'm wanting to do more with the existing clients. I've got ideas. I know ideas are worth nothing, because it's all about how you execute, how you implement, and finding the time to implement any new ideas at the moment isn't fantastic. So I guess I'll just keep on with my plan, which I've said before, is bring on my personal training clients, get all the time sorted with them, consolidate down so I can do less nights if I can help that, or at least less time I'm at the gym, less downtime, and just focus while I'm there and do what I've got to do, train myself, that kind of thing. Build that client base to where I need to, and then once I've got that, I can stop. I spend a lot of hours speaking to new clients, speaking to new prospects, new potential clients. So once I'm no longer doing that, or really minimizing that, once I get my membership, my client base up, then it becomes consolidate, which will free up a lot of time, and then I can work on adding value and providing more value for my clients, as well as doing the online stuff, more of this kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. So that's on that. The other interesting, kind of cool, fun thing that I've got going is I've asked my mom to help me out with. She used to be a medical transcriptionist, secretary type of work. Did that for a long time. She's this one ridiculously fast typers that when you hear them type, it's like click, 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 like it doesn't sound like distinct, different striking of keys. It's just like, how the hell do they type that fast and still produce quality content that comes out of it, something you can actually read? If I did that, I'd just be smashing the keyboards that fast. So anyway, so she's going to help me out with, I've asked her to help me out, and she's happy to do it because she's retired now, and she's going to help me out with uploading these, well, not uploading the videos, but doing some of the summary work on it. So whatever I'm saying in the video, my mom's gonna watch. So if my mom's watching right now, hi Mom. You don't have to put this in the transcription part, by the way, Mom. Well, this part. But yeah, so that'll be fun I think it's good to just engage, if you can have family involved in the business pursuits that you're trying to do, especially in the early days, it avoids the isolation factor. And the isolation factor can be large when you're first starting out, because when you're first starting out, you don't really know what you're doing, and no one else knows what you're doing, so you're just kind of fuddling around trying to figure it out, and you're kind of in this tunnel of it's just you, and you're trying to figure your thing out, and no one else knows what you're doing, and so it's this whole separate world of stuff that you're trying to figure out. And that can be cool at some extent, but then when you're actually trying to grow something and you're going to spend more hours, more time on it, you don't want it to be, well, I don't at least want it to be something that's completely segregated from my family, so they have no idea what's going on. I actually find so far that when I involve my friends, family, whatever, that I'm more jacked, I'm more energized, I'm more excited about doing it, because it gets them involved in it at the right level. Like, I'm not, dumping a bunch of stuff and I'm saying, here, you need to do this and you need to do that. It's like, if you got the skill set for it, it's something you want to do and get involved with, then cool. Like, it'd be great to have you involved, because I can't pay anything right now. It's obviously just me doing this at the moment. That will change certainly one day, and I look forward to the day when you come back and look at this and say, someone that I've hired who helped out with my content production and distribution of it. But it's cool. It's all good right now. So that's where we're at. And so it's good to have family involved in it. So anyone else that's out there watching this who is trying to start off doing their own, whatever the other thing is, my suggestion is, nail down or button down the thing that you want to do, general terms, and then as soon as you can, try and get some family involved. If it's got to match the skill set that they have, so they don't get frustrated doing it, or has to match a ambition they have. I guess they don't necessarily have the skill set, they have the ambition to do it and are happy to figure it out along the way, then why not? Because we've only got so many hours in the day, especially as a lot of this is for me as a be there dad, so I want to be there with my family. I don't want to spend every freaking waking hour working on business and working on helping people with their health and that kind of thing. I want to spend that quality time with my family. So, if you can get some family involved, then you're going to need the help. And if you can get some other people involved, I think that's fantastic. So that's another interesting thing I've got going at the moment. So, and I've left a little bit earlier today. I've left a good 20 minutes earlier today than I did yesterday from work in the morning. So that's good, because, it affords me a little bit extra time with the family. In fact, the funny thing is, when I got home yesterday, after saying if you watched my vlog yesterday, I said something to the effect of, I'm spending a little bit longer, I've noticed, it was kind of 11:30, then it started going 12, then 12:30, then it was 1, and then my vlog yesterday, I said, well, it's like nearly 1:30 and I'm coming home now, so it just keeps pushing back. When I got home, the funny thing was my wife goes, you keep coming home later and later each day. I said, oh, funny you say that. I've noticed that for sure. So working on that. So just trying to pull back that time. And I literally was in the middle of doing a Facebook ad. And, you know, got to a certain time and it's like, and this Facebook ad I have been wanting to put up. I think I might have talked about it yesterday. I've been wanting to put up for a couple of weeks. And when I did that, I kind of got about halfway into it and I was about to upload the video I was going to do, which is this like 8-minute video, but I had to transfer it from my phone to the freaking laptop and then transfer it in and upload it into Facebook. And I got to the point I was like, yeah, this is probably going to take a lot of time. And next thing I know, it's going to be, you know, 1:30 again and I'm not leaving yet. So I just thought I'll pack it up for now and I'll do it later on. And I've got to make sure when I go back tonight to the gym that it's the first thing. I just put my headphones in and zone out, find a quiet spot and just get that done. And I don't stand around, you know, writing program. I've written all our programs, but I don't stand around wasting time. So I focus on, because that's probably one of the more urgent things I want to get done this week. But point is, get that in the middle of it. I was getting that done and then I thought, no, Miles, stop. Because you're just going to take more time. Next thing it's going to bleed in. The weird thing is, like, old school, freaking 6 weeks ago, you know, I think I've talked about this before. The moment it hit 5 o'clock or 4:30 or 4 or whatever the time was, or lunchtime, it was like the moment that it's, you know, struck onto the zeros or the 30 minutes or whatever, I was like, I'm done. That's it. I'm gone. Whereas now, because, you know, I really love what I'm doing and I'm passionate about growing what I've got and experimenting and working on, you know, how to grow the business, plus helping people more with their health, you know, those two avenues, plus figuring out all the social media stuff and all that fun stuff. Like, I'm interested in it. So it's like, I could spend all day doing this pretty much because I like it. And I understand more now, even though I've kind of heard it before. Well, I definitely heard it before, but, you know, that thing about find something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. I don't know if that's true, but, you know, it's still going to be hard work. But I can totally see how people become workaholics in their entrepreneurship, you know, whatever, their business or a job. Sorry, rough road here. This road is wrecked. If they love what they do, because it doesn't feel like work. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. You know, it's like, it feels like work, but you know what the probably difference is? It's not stressful. You're not hanging out, staring at the clock going, oh, can't wait to get the hell out of here. It's like, oh shit, that much time has passed already? Damn. You know, how can I prioritize better, which I talked about in yesterday's vlog. How can I prioritize better to make sure the most important stuff, because everything I'm doing is good and I'm enjoying it, but how do I prioritize the most important stuff now? Because I want to make sure that, you know, I'm ticking off the big ticket items rather than, you know, fiddling around with little stuff, which is still important, but not as important as the big, especially when, you know, time is finite. In a certain way, it's finite. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So really enjoying that. All right, I'm going to sign off for now, guys, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye for now.